Providing a high-quality education for every student is a priority in Minnesota. That includes for your student, Elizabeth. In the spring of each year, Minnesota students take statewide assessments in reading, mathematics, and science in grades 3 through 8 and in high school to measure their learning of the grade level standards. For each subject, students take either the Minnesota Comprehensive Assessment, MCA, or the Minnesota Test of Academic Skills, MTAS. Your student participated in the MTAS. The MTAS measures the extent to which students with significant cognitive disabilities are making progress on standards that have been reduced in breadth, depth, and complexity. It is important to note that no single assessment can completely measure a student's learning. The MTAS is a performance-based assessment where tasks in each subject are given to students in a one-on-one setting. Test administrators score performance tasks using a script and scoring rubric. Parents and guardians should view statewide assessment results along with their students' classroom assessments, assignments, and grades to provide a more complete picture of their students' progress and learning. Now, we'll take a look at your student's Individual Student Report, or ISR. Let's look at reading. In reading, your student's score is in the exceeds the alternate achievement standards level. With little to no use of supports, students at the exceeds level succeed at most of the skills on the extended standards of the Minnesota Academic Standards. A little further down on the ISR, below the performance meter, you will see some comparisons. Compared with other students' scores in the state, the score your student received is greater than the state average. For each subject, performance details are shown as points earned compared to points possible. Performance details for reading are available in multiple extended standards areas. Here are your students' results. Your students' teachers may have additional resources to support their learning. The level of assistance provided by the test administrator in reading the passages is also included. Now, let's take a look at mathematics. In mathematics, your student's score is in the meets the alternate achievement standards level. With the occasional use of supports, students at the meets level succeed at many of the skills on the extended standards of the Minnesota Academic Standards. You can see the state average for mathematics on the ISR. Compared with other students' scores at their school, the score your student received is close to the state average. For each subject, performance details are shown as points earned compared to points possible. Performance details for mathematics are available in multiple extended standards areas. Here are your students' results. Your students' teachers may have additional resources to support their learning. Let's look at science. In science, your student's score is in the partially meets the alternate achievement standards level. With the frequent use of supports, students at the partially meets level succeed at some of the skills on the extended standards of the Minnesota Academic Standards. Your student's ISR includes the state average for science. Compared with other students' scores in the state, the score your student received is less than the state average. For each subject, performance details are shown as points earned compared to points possible. Performance details for science are available in multiple extended standards areas. Here are your students' results. Your students' teachers may have additional resources to support their learning. These results represent just a single snapshot of your students' learning in these subjects based on what students are expected to learn by the end of each grade. You can refer to these assessment results along with other information available through your school and district to provide your student with support in the areas where they most need it. You can also talk with your student's teacher about other ways to determine their learning progress. Additional resources to support your students' progress are listed on the ISR. Ask how you can receive additional updates on your students' progress and whether there are other services available at their school to support them. We thank you for your partnership in supporting your students' learning.